Two men, one vision, and a betrayal that shook the entire world. This is not a story about artificial intelligence. This is a story about trust, about ambition, about power, about what happens when two of the most powerful minds on the planet stop agreeing and start trying to destroy each other. It began quietly, in a city built on broken promises and billion-dollar dreams. San Francisco, 2015, the year everything changed. 6 people sat around a table and decided to build God. They shook hands. They made a promise. And for one brief moment, they actually meant it. But promises made in billion-dollar rooms have a way of falling apart. This is the story of how the greatest partnership in tech history became its greatest war. You already know his name, but you do not know his real story. Born in South Africa, obsessive from childhood, dangerous in the best possible way. By 24, he had already built and sold his first company for over $300 million. By 30, he was building rockets with his own money because he believed humanity needed a backup plan. By 35, he had become convinced that artificial intelligence was either going to save humanity or end it, and he was not willing to leave that decision to anyone else. On the other side of this story, a quieter figure, methodical, strategic, calculating. A man who spent years studying how organizations fail, how power corrupts, how good intentions become catastrophic outcomes. His name was Sam Altman, and in 2015, their paths crossed in a way that would change the world forever. They sat down together in a room that history would later call the most important meeting of the 21st century. And they agreed on one thing. Artificial intelligence was too powerful to be owned by any single company. So they decided to build it together as a nonprofit, open to the world, accountable to humanity itself. They called it OpenAI. $1 billion in pledges flowed in from the most powerful people in Silicon Valley. The smartest AI researchers on the planet left Google, Facebook, and MIT to join them. The mission was clear: build artificial general intelligence safely and share it with all of humanity. For the first 2 years, it looked like it might actually work. The research was groundbreaking. The team was extraordinary. The mission felt real. And then, something changed. Something shifted inside the walls of that nonprofit. Something nobody has ever fully explained. Nobody agrees on exactly what happened next. Every person who was in the room tells a different story. Some say he wanted control over the direction of the research. Some say the money started changing people. Some say he saw something in the lab results that genuinely terrified him. What we know for certain is this: in 2018, he was gone. No press conference, no announcement, no dramatic exit. Just gone. The official explanation was simple. His other companies, Tesla and SpaceX, were competing for the same AI talent as OpenAI, a conflict of interest, so he stepped back. Clean, logical, professional. But people who were in those rooms tell a completely different story. A story about control, about who would have the final say over the most powerful technology ever created. About a man who believed with absolute certainty that he alone truly understood what was at stake, and an organization that decided it could continue without him. For 4 years, silence. OpenAI kept building. Sam Altman took full control. And then, quietly, the nonprofit became something else entirely. In 2019, they created a for-profit division. The mission statement stayed the same on the website, but something fundamental had changed, something that could never be undone. The investors came. First $1 billion from Microsoft, then $10 billion, then $13 billion. Money that large does not come without strings. Money that large does not come without expectations. And someone, watching from the outside, was taking notes, very carefully. Then came November 30th, 2022, the day the world changed forever. ChatGPT launched, 100 million users in 60 days. Nothing in history had ever grown that fast. And the man who had helped build the intellectual foundation of everything OpenAI stood on watched it happen from the outside, getting angrier, getting more certain that this was exactly what he had warned them about. The commercialization, the rush to market, the abandonment of caution in the pursuit of dominance.
So he acted. In 2023, he launched his own AI company, built from scratch, funded by billions of his own money, designed to compete directly with the organization he had helped create. He called it XAI, and its AI was called Grok, a direct challenge, a declaration of war, a message to Sam Altman and the board of OpenAI that said, "I am coming for you." But building a rival was not enough. What he did next shocked even Silicon Valley. He sued them. Not for money, not for damages, for something far more dangerous. For betrayal of mission. The lawsuit alleged that OpenAI had fundamentally abandoned its original nonprofit purpose, that the Microsoft billions had corrupted everything they had promised to humanity, that Sam Altman had systematically transformed a mission to save the world into a vehicle to dominate it.
The legal documents were explosive. Internal emails, private conversations, promises made in those early rooms that had quietly been broken one by one. OpenAI responded immediately and aggressively. They called the lawsuit a distraction from real AI safety work. They said he had left voluntarily, that the mission remained completely intact, that the science was still the absolute priority. Two men, two completely opposite stories, both absolutely convinced they are telling the truth. Silicon Valley divided, half believing one side, half believing the other. But here is what nobody in the media is talking about. It does not matter who wins the lawsuit. It does not matter who builds AGI first. What matters is that the two people who were most worried about artificial intelligence being dangerous are now so consumed by fighting each other that nobody is watching the technology they both said would destroy us. Every week, the models get more powerful. Every week, the capabilities expand beyond what anyone predicted. And the people who were supposed to be the guardians, the ones who founded organizations specifically to prevent catastrophe, are in a courtroom arguing about money and mission statements. The AI keeps getting smarter every single day, without supervision, without agreement, without the two people who understood it best working together. The biggest betrayal in tech history was not one man betraying another man. It was both of them, betraying all of us. And we are the ones who will live with the consequences. Subscribe to Dark Files AI, because someone has to keep watching. And we are not going anywhere.